Hello students, how are you all? I am your Devashish Chakravarti Junior Sir and I am fine. I think all of you have gone through the first part of this series COVID-19, a brief introduction for students. Now today I will discuss about the preventive measures of it. As you know, we can control any communicable disease if we know the causative factors, symptoms, and the preventive measures. Main thing for any communicable disease is to break the chain of transmission, and in this case of COVID-19 is the same. We should know how to break the chain of transmission. So, let us start. Here all the details I have collected mainly from WHO website along with some other websites, and the images are from different websites available in Google Image. Okay, now let us first know what is meant by containment. Merriam-Webster's online dictionary reports the first use of the term in 1966. There, containment is defined as the containment of extremely pathogenic organisms, the disease-causing organisms such as viruses, usually by isolation in secure facilities to prevent their accidental release, especially during research. Effective and rapid containment of emerging diseases is just as vital as early detection in order to avoid a large-scale epidemic. Rapid containment should start as soon as the first case is detected, regardless of the etiology, which is most likely to be unknown. It requires skilled professionals to safely implement the necessary countermeasures. Now, what are the protective measures should we take to prevent the spread of the virus? The general protective measures that we should take to prevent the spread of this virus are wear a mask that covers our nose and mouth to help protect ourselves and others. We should stay at least 6 feet apart from others who don't live with you. We should get a COVID-19 vaccine when it is available to us. We should avoid crowds and poorly ventilated indoor spaces, and we should wash our hands often with soap and water. Now let us discuss about something about control and mitigation. Once the infectious disease threat reaches an epidemic or pandemic level, the goal of response is to mitigate its impact and reduce its incidence, morbidity, and mortality, as well as disruption to economic, political, and social systems. Elimination or eradication. Control of a disease may lead to its elimination, which means that is sufficiently controlled to prevent an epidemic from occurring in a defined geographical area. Elimination means that the disease is no longer considered as a major public health issue. However, intervention measures should continue to prevent its re-emergence. Eradication of a disease, much more difficult and rarely achieved, involves the permanent elimination of its incidence worldwide. There is no longer a need for interventions measure. 3 criteria need to be met in order to eradicate a disease. There must be an available intervention to interrupt its transmission. There must be available efficient diagnostic tools to detect cases that could lead to transmission, and humans must be the only reserve. Now, following the 3 W's laid out by WHO to control COVID-19 disease. These are wearing double mask, layering a medical mask plus cloth mask, washing hands with warm water and soap for at least 20 seconds, and watching your distance even when you eat or drink tea. Mask should be used as a part of comprehensive strategy of measures to suppress transmission and save lives. Now, double masking. What is double masking? Double masking is when you wear one mask on top of another. It helps improve the fit and filtration of your mask. A CDC study found that double masking is very effective at preventing exposures to aerosols made by coughing and breathing. For double masking, wear a cloth mask over a surgical mask. The use of a mask alone is not sufficient to provide an adequate level of protection against COVID-19. If COVID-19 is spreading in your locality, or in your community. Stay safe by taking some simple precautions such as physical distancing, wearing a mask, keeping room well ventilated, avoiding crowds, cleaning your hands, and coughing into a bent elbow or tissue. Check local advice where you live and work. That's all. Now, make wearing a mask a normal part of being around other people. The appropriate use, storage, and cleaning or disposal of masks are essential to make them as effective as possible. Now here are some basic ways how to wear a mask. First of all, clean your hands before you put your mask on, as well as before and after you take it off, and after you touch it at any time. Make sure it covers both your nose, mouth, and chin. When you take off a mask, store it in a clean plastic bag, and every day either wash it if it is a fabric mask, or dispose of a medical mask in a trash bin. Don't use mask with bulbs. Next, I'll explain what is quarantine and all. Quarantine is used for anyone who is a contact of someone infected with the SARS-CoV-2 virus, which causes COVID-19. Whether the infected person has symptoms or not, quarantine means that you remain separated from others because you have been exposed to the virus, and you may be infected and can take place in a designated facility or at home. For COVID-19, this means staying in a facility or at home for 14 days. Next, what is isolation? Now, isolation is used for people with COVID-19 symptoms or who have tested positive for the virus. Being in isolation means being separated from other people, ideally in a medically facility where you can receive clinical care. If isolation in a medical facility, isolation is used for people with COVID-19 symptoms or who have tested positive for the virus. Being in isolation means being separated from other people, ideally in a medical facility where you can receive clinical care. If isolation in a medical facility is not possible and you are not in a high risk group of developing severe disease, isolation can take place at home. If you have symptoms, you should remain in isolation for at least 10 days plus an additional 3 days without symptoms. If you are infected and do not develop symptoms, you should remain in isolation for 10 days from the time you test positive. Now, one important thing I forgot to mention earlier, that how to dispose the medical mask. Now, what you'll do, you'll cut off the straps of your medical mask before you dispose it to protect birds and wildlife from being entangled in the straps. Now we'll discuss about the importance of home staying and social and physical distancing. Social and physical distancing measures aim to slow the spread of disease by stopping chains of transmission of COVID-19 and preventing new ones from appearing. These measures secure physical distance between people of at least 6 feet and reduce contact with contaminated surfaces, while encouraging and sustaining virtual social connection within families and communities. Restrictions like social distancing or physical distancing or staying at home have been found to be effective in some areas, mostly in combination with other strategies like testing and close contact tracing. Many countries have used a combination of strategies to flatten the curve in their areas, and those have been very successful. Stay-at-home orders related to the COVID-19 pandemic have gone into effect in different areas in our country also. While the hope is everyone voluntarily complies with this type of orders. Having a formal executive orders allows some ability for governments to regulate movements of people and closure of businesses in order to slow the spread of COVID-19. Well students, that's all for today's class. In next class, I'll come with some other topics regarding COVID-19. Thank you.